Hey, Pepin.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, you need any help with some sweet gains, some sweet XP gains?
I think so. I'm trying to level up my sleep game right now because sleeping is not something I do very well. So if you have any drugs I could take, that would be great.
Well, I was thinking more I could help you level up like your prayer. I have really good skills for that.
My prayer, who am I praying to?
Yeah, your prayer level.
Oh, well,
You're just burying bones and
burying bones. Oh, what does that do for me?
yeah,
How does that?
it raises your prayer level.
How does that make sense?
Something tells me we're gonna be talking about the same thing.
I think we need to talk.
Welcome back. So glad you guys could join us. I am here once again with my best friend, Nathan Pepin. How's it going today, Pepin?
Yo, yo, I am here and I am ready to talk with our love, our favorite guest. His name is Langille. Wait, did I just introduce him? How are you doing, Meader?
I'm doing great, thanks. No, this is a perfect time to introduce our special guest and another one of my best friends, Brian Langille. How's it going today, Langille?
I am fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. You're of course the founder of TPC Sports Live, an amazing sports community that does live streams and has a very professional production, including live commentary of Madden, NHL, and most recently auto racing.
Yeah, yeah. That's our bag right now. We've got the football, the hockey's coming back, and we just started season 2 of NASCAR. And yeah, it's the community is fantastic. I love the community. It's continuing to expand and grow. And yeah, I'm proud to be a part of it, and I'm glad that you're a part of it as well.
Me also. So how's your prayer levels doing?
My prayer levels, I seem to be, well, I don't know. I thought for a while I was doing good because when I was actively playing, I every time I was on defense, I just kept saying Jesus Christ all the time because I kept getting destroyed. So I thought my prayer level was pretty high, but apparently I was aiming it in the wrong direction, and I need to work harder on that.
So is that prayer like Prayer, or am I mishearing
That's
this?
that's what I thought he said.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Yeah,
good then.
fair.
Yeah.
I miss
I'm talking about RuneScape.
RuneScape. What? That thing
Yeah.
exists still?
Yeah. Yeah, I play. There's 3 different versions of it now. There's like original Scape, which is like way back old. And then there's old school RuneScape, which is like the new-ish, but still old. And then there's what most people call New Scape, but I think it's called RuneScape 3 technically. And that's like the one you download on Steam, and it's the new version, which is kind of more WoW-like, but still very much RuneScape.
And just for my own mental clarity here, I never played this. I always just looked down on RuneScape players back in the day because I just needed to feel better about myself. And so this is the game where you collect wood, you collect sheep, and then you trade for ore. Is that right?
Well, that sounds like Settlers of Catan, but yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. But okay. And then it's like an MMO kind of game, and it used to be super low graphics, but you could play it on your computer. And so everyone back in 2000, what was it, 2006 or whatever, was playing it, and instead of working and doing schoolwork, right?
Yeah, it's a MMORPG, and it's grinding the game. The whole game is just about grinding stats. There's quests, there's little achievement diaries. The depth of the game is actually insane how much time you can dump into it, and that's what I do.
Hmm. Interesting. And Landro, you're playing that game now too?
No, I'm on a Mac, so we don't have access to cool things like that. So, I am not playing the game, but I would try it if I had the opportunity to.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. They do have a Mac version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a Mac client. So definitely possible. It used to back in the day just be browser based. So you could just log in through your browser, which was super convenient back before you had to download clients for everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll take a look at that then. But as it stands right now, to answer your question, no, I am not currently playing it.
Okay, and was this in reference to the prayer? So like you improve your prayer by burying people?
By burying bones. So when you kill something, you get bones from them. And then if you bury the bones, it raises your prayer level. And your prayer gives you different things. You get to activate it. And it'll give you like, bonuses to your attack or your magic or whatever. And as your prayer gets higher and higher, you can like use protect from melee, protect from range, protect from magic. So if something is trying to attack you with a sword, it cannot hurt you. And it ticks down based on whatever your level is. So I'll have 86 points if I'm at level 86, and it'll tick down from 86 until it's out.
Is some of the reasoning there with the prayer is that like you bury the bones and you're assumed to be praying for those, that dead body as you like bury them?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's not like, okay.
I think it's more like a rite of like, it's like the church's job to bury things. So I think it's more along that line of like you're performing a holy act in giving the prayer rites to somebody.
Okay. I can dig that. It seems a little out of left field to like just like you're burying bones, your prayer increases. I mean, a little indirect, but I can dig.
Well, I know that when I used to play in the leagues, I had a lot of thoughts and prayers going into my games. So I can totally relate to the idea of using prayer to level up.
So, Meader,
go ahead.
You've gotten super into that game, and what kind of piqued your interest in that? Is it just kind of like you've heard about RuneScape, you love RuneScape back in the day, and now you're like, yes, let's get into this, or is it something else?
Yeah, it was my brother plays it, and it's one of those games that's like it is all just grinding. So because of that, you like get really into it for a month, 2 months, and then you're like sick of it because you've just been grinding so hard. And then you'll go away from it for a few months, and then something will spark you to like open it back up, and then you're obsessed again for another couple of months. It's very, very cyclical like that.
Sounds like dating in college. You're really into it, you're grinding for a couple months, and then you get bored of it, and then you wait a couple months, and then you go back to it. It sounds a lot like that.
I don't know. It's like too much grinding.
Yeah, we'll talk about my college experiences at another time when my wife's not home, and then we'll discuss those.
See, I find too much grinding with that sort of stuff. It's like your dick starts getting like super like raw because all the carpet burned.
Yes, indeed. We're still talking about RuneScape, right?
So over in chat, we got quite a bit of action going on. We got Batgirl saying Brian motherfucking Langille, and then talking about RuneScape. She plays it sometimes. She thinks it's fun too. And Christopher Ball, super fan Christopher Ball, what's shaking, and talking about what game. We're talking about RuneScape at the moment. Old school RuneScape is specifically the one that I play. And of course, good friend Colby saying, oh my God, my two favorite people in the world, and Meader.
Brutal.
I'm somebody's favorite?
Brutal.
Holy shit.
You're one of Colby's favorite.
There you
People
go.
care about me?
Of course.
Very much do, bud.
This is weird. I'm gonna take this in. Okay.
You might end up with carpet burn from this one, but you go ahead.
Okay.
So I got something else for you guys that I think you're really gonna like. I put it in the green room.
All right.
You want to check that out. So the biggest thing that I'm doing right now, while I'm talking about prayer specifically, so this is how I do things, right? No, I can't just play a game. I got a job in the game. And what the job is you only have so many inventory spots. So what you can do is you can take things that normally take an inventory spot and group them together in what's called notes. So you can have a note that is worth the same thing as the thing, but you can't actually use it. So since burying bones raises your prayer, you can have like 1,000 bones on you in noted form. You're not going to be able to bury them. So what you need to do is you need to get them unnoted. So what I do is I take people's noted bones, I run to a guy who unnotes them, run back and trade them one inventory's worth at a time. And I do that over and over and over. Meanwhile, they're at a very special place, an altar, that if you bury your bones there, you get like 350% prayer. So instead of getting 5 XP per bone, you're getting like 500 XP per bone or whatever. So this allows them to level up very fast. And instead of getting like, 100,000, 200,000 XP per hour, they're getting like 2.5 million XP per hour. And they pay me to do this. So this is
to pay you?
Yeah, they pay me in in-game currency.
Okay.
So this spreadsheet shows every client I've had, what method they're using to bury the bones, because there's 2 methods. You can either click on one bone, click on the altar, and the game will automatically do the animation to bury them all very slowly. Or you can bypass the animation by clicking on each bone and clicking the altar as fast as you can back and forth. And that can get you like 3 to 5 times more XP per hour, which when you're talking about millions, that's an insane amount of XP.
This is like total metagaming right here.
It also shows the amount of time it took for us to do that job. So what I found is that every 45 minutes, you can bury about 1,000 bones AFK. And then it's typically about 3,000 bones per tick when people are doing the click as fast as you can method on average. Now, there are some people who can do faster than that. There was one guy who did like 4,200 in 56 minutes, which is absurd. I don't know how they did that. But yeah, I've tracked all of that. I've run over 200,000 bones and earned. When I started this job, I had less than $1 million. My entire value of my game was worth less than that. Everything I was wearing, everything in my bank, it was all worth about $1 million when I started. Now I've earned, not including tips, not including, I've ranked up in the clan to the point where now I'm an elite runner and I can charge my own prices. So I charge more, not including any of that, just base pricing. I've earned 147 million in about a month, which before it took me years to get up to $1 million. So very good way to make money. But it's also super, I'm not gaining any stats. I'm not grinding any stats. I'm just making money.
See, your dedication to video games is way intense, Meader.
Yeah, because
I'm a little bit scared from it. I'm a little bit like I don't know whether to worship you or whether to fear you or whether to like just play you off.
Sad.
I don't know which one.
Be sad. That's the right one. But I want to give a shout out to the clan. It's called Run 4 Less, the number 4. And it's an amazing community. It's more than just like a way to make money. They like legit care about each other and about everybody succeeding. And it's not me trying to make money versus you trying to make money. It's we both want to serve the client. So it's actually a really cool place. Discord.gg/run4less if you are a listener and you play RuneScape and you have any interest in making a whole lot of money. That's a good place to check it out.
So
this is what I do.
Where did you find this?
Go ahead. So outside where the altar is, the special altar is within player owned houses. So they have to rank up high enough in their construction skill to be able to build this altar and these lit things. So outside those, in one of the specific worlds, all of the servers are worlds and they all have different categories. One's like PvP, one's like drop parties, and this one happens to be house parties. I happened to be in that world, and I happened to be running past the portal that takes you to player-owned houses, and they have like an advertisement out that says like, looking to be a bone runner, check out this Discord. So I joined it, and it was all downhill from there, or uphill. My bank went uphill.
There you go. Your free time went downhill, but your bank account went uphill.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hear you.
I definitely hyper obsessed over it.
Mhm.
And what does this say? This says I spent 107 hours doing this since December 10th, and it's now the 23rd of January. So
Is that
100
time
hours in
tracking,
a month.
or
And a half.
is that automatic time tracking, or is that something you're doing manually?
That's well, it's all built into the spreadsheet. So I have the time. Every time we start a job, I set whatever the time we started as, and then when I trade the last inventory of bones, I'll set what the end time is, and then I have it so that it does, um, end time minus start time equals time.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm manually tracking all of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. This is a little bit off topic, but there's a concept out there which is becoming more and more prevalent in game design, in that you want to make like the activity which you are grinding like the fun activity in itself. And
Mhm.
one kind of thing in that's doing that is Doom. So the newest Doom game, Doom Eternal, I think it's called. I love that game. They try to get like a cycle. Like the cycle is kind of like getting kills, and getting kills gives you health and gives you ammo and everything. And trying to get like this kind of like this, I don't know, this addiction cycle, but also the fun cycle. Like the thing you want to be doing is kind of doing the thing which is the most fun in the game. That's what you want to reward the player for doing, and that's also the most fun in the game. So I think that is one interesting new game kind of idea out there, which kind of bypasses that. But at the same time, like I think a lot of people enjoy this kind of like monotonous kind of grinding that's in there in the games. Like as much as I hate kind of like these pay to actually that's not the word, dirt, but those kind of games where you have to like I don't know, grind a bit more for winning, or you have to do all these kind of confusing things and waiting and kind of all this kind of stuff. I think people kind of enjoy that to it. I think those have actually become successful because of that to some degree. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but that's just a thought I had out there.
Well, I know lately I've been spending way too much time playing Call of Duty Zombies, and I am not a person who's good at shooters. In fact, I'm terrible at them, to the point where for a while there on YouTube, I had a series called I Suck at Shooters, which just constantly showed my deaths over and over and over again. But this time, Call of Duty Black Ops had zombies, and I tried zombies back when it first came out, and I was not a fan. And my son was like, "Yeah, but this time you can use zombies to level up the weapons you'll use in multiplayer." And I was like, "Oh, wait. So I mean I can play offline, level up my guns, so when I go in I actually have a chance at something? I'll do that." Dip my toe into it, and now that's all I've been doing is playing zombies. And I'm currently ranked like 10,000th ish in the world right now. And that's all I seem to do. So I'm just grinding and grinding and grinding and trying to get
Mhm.
weapon camos. So I find it fun. But yeah, it's you look back at the amount of time spent and you're like, oh my God, right? So it's kind of scary when you look at stats and numbers and realize you find something you enjoy and then you sunk literally dozens and dozens of hours into it. But I'm enjoying it. So let's keep going, I guess.
10,000th in the world is an insane stat, Brian.
I'm kind of proud of that one, to be honest with you. I mean, it was kind of weird because in the TPC Sports community, we're all about collecting stats. And when we first did it, I did it for Call of Duty, and I'm like, why am I at the top? Is like nobody else playing this game because I'm terrible at shooters. And it turns out that I'm not the only one playing, but I'm one of the ones that's playing it like nonstop. So in fact, I was playing it just
Mhm.
before we came on here. So my Saturday morning was spent. I watched some TPC football this morning, and then I logged on and shot some zombies. I'm helping control the zombies population.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting. Is there like a community aspect to that? Because it kind of seems like there might be, or is this just like kind of mostly just for yourself?
I like to play solo just because I've got a routine that works for me. I'll play in multiple, like in group play. That's fine. But for the most part, I'll just log on and play solo. But yeah, you can fit up to 4 people into a game. And if you get a strategy going where everyone's kind of looking after their own area, like when we play, Meader hangs out down in the pond that we've redubbed Shrek Swamp, and I stay in spawn. And our friend West is up at the plane crash, and I think Susan works out of the plane crash when she's playing as well. So different areas, and it breaks down same amount of zombies on the map, but breaks them down into 3 areas, which makes them a little more manageable.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it kind of goes to one of my obsessions lately, and I tend to like, I kind of like go full out on something until I understand it, and then I just kind of peter out on it.
Yeah.
But where I kind of get addicted to things is where there's a social aspect to it, and so like I try to get good at that thing just I don't know, maybe it's some sort of like I need to prove I'm good at this with other people, but I think that's kind of the fun is kind of doing some of the social interactions, and that thing I've been playing is Catan.
Okay.
And me and Meader actually played a game somewhat recently, and he's newer to the game. I'm also kind of newer to the game as well, but I've been watching some videos on like basics of it and kind of learning certain strategies because like I'm trying to like understand how the game works like functionally.
Right.
And it's like the thing I like about the game is not playing just the game itself, but kind of the social part to it because if I don't know if you've ever played the game, Langille, but there's a big social aspect to it because you're trying to get trades, you're trying to block people
Mm-hmm.
of certain things they can do. So, for instance, me, Meader, someone else, and my girlfriend played,
Mm-hmm.
and my girlfriend was going to win this game, and so I did all the sweet talking to get everyone against my girlfriend to block her from building roads and building cities, and that essentially took the game away from her, and I ended up winning that game, which is nice. But essentially you can kind of gang up on somebody or kind of like present things in a certain way where you can get them on your side or against their side, and I think that's where it's really fun for me. It's more like putting what I've learned into practice with other people as opposed to just kind of playing with bots.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thing.
Yep. No, coming from someone who has done years of online league stuff, yeah, you can get good playing the computer, but you're going to learn a whole new way of playing and a whole new skill level if you play against people. It's like I've told people, iron sharpens iron, right? So you can only get so good playing against the CPU, but to test your real skills, you're playing against people. So yeah, I totally get that.
And I think for me, it's a social interaction which makes the game fun because it's learning in with real people. I think is the main place you learn, kind of like you're saying there, Langille.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think where it's the most fun is actually putting your skills into practice against real people.
Yes. Yep. Most definitely. Totally understand that. Totally get that.
And also, I just want to throw this out there. If you guys want to play a game of Catan after, I'm not sure if you've ever played Langille, but Meader played a game, and I think he enjoyed it. I'm down. I'm sure my girlfriend will be down too. We can do a 4-player game, but whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry for Catan.
I see.
I'm so hungry right now.
Well, that's good because I was about to offer you a franchise in our football league. So I mean, hey, it's a little tit for tat there. It's
I don't know if we need to talk and invest any more than we already have in TPC Sports. Oh yeah, Nate. By the way, we've invested in TPC Sports.
Yes.
Oh, you've invested? What does that mean?
No one told you?
I've heard that you have a jacket, like a nice NASCAR type jacket with like a patch that says "We need to talk." I've heard about that.
Yes.
And I've heard that you're forced to wear it as 24/7, which I'm not sure why you're not wearing it right now.
Well, I've got it.
It's
It's being dry cleaned at the moment because we have another race coming up next Thursday. Yeah. No, I want to specifically thank both of you guys for being the title sponsor for season 2. Actually, you were in season 1, and again now in season 2 for TPC Auto Racing. We Need to Talk is the official series sponsor. So every week on Thursdays on Twitch, TPC Sports Live, it's the We Need to Talk. And then this week was the We Need to Talk Miami 67, Homestead Miami 67. And then next week it's going to be in where are we next week?
That's a great question. Let me get a hold of the league owner.
Yeah, let's get him on the line here and find out where we are. We are in Darlington. So it's the We Need to Talk Darlington 92 next week, Thursday night.
I'm excited to come to New Hampshire.
Yes. Yeah, that's going to be in week 3.
There's a legit NASCAR raceway in New Hampshire, Nate. It's in Lee.
Oh yeah, I think I've actually been there. Like I went there when I was like 4 years old, and I cried a lot. It was great.
Oh, that sounds like NASCAR.
Yeah, that sounds like some of our
That's what I
races
do
at
when
the
I
end of the
play
race too.
NASCAR.
Exactly, right? Exactly. But no, in all seriousness, thank you guys. I think that's that's awesome that you guys are the title sponsor for season 2. So it's going to be good.
I totally take credit for that business partnership right there,
Mhm.
and I'm glad to be a part of that.
Hey, no, we're glad you're here.
So we have auto racing in TPC Sports. We have football and we have hockey. And hockey will be coming up soonish. I imagine we're probably waiting for EA to decide when 21 is going to go into the EA Vault.
Yeah.
And then we'll be launching that. So if anybody listening is interested in joining TPC Sports for hockey, football, or auto racing, definitely reach out. You can reach out to me or Langille, and we'll be able to help you get into at least to try out.
Yeah, definitely. And we'd like to see the community grow. I mean, we have new racers this year. Meader has joined TPC Auto Racing, and we have Colbus 1984 joined us this year, and Texpel 88. We have a number of new racers this year. We have a couple people coming into or coming back to football. So yeah, the community is constantly growing, and it's a great community where we all kind of hang out in Discord and discuss things. We're a great community, and it creates rivalries in a good way, and it's a lot of fun. So if you want to be involved with organized online sports gaming without being crushed by lobby kids who know every exploit, this is the place. This is the place to go.
Is every game shoutcasted as well? Because I do like every time I see a game being streamed by Meader, I always kind of put it on in the background, and I kind of like semi-watch, but I mostly just kind of like to hear the commentary, and then whenever something Meader's getting excited, I kind of look over. I'm like, oh shit, something's happening. I don't know what's going on, but this is great. And is every game shoutcasted like that, or is it just the special ones?
We try to do as many games as possible. We originally opened the schedule up to be whenever Pepin, you're in the league and you have a game scheduled this week against Meader. So you guys be like, okay, what night works for you guys? Let's work Monday night 8:30. It was great. And the problem was people on our broadcast people who tuned in to watch would never know when stuff was coming out. Just like randomly, bang, here's the game. So what we've decided to do to try to streamline it and make it easier for the owners and easier for the viewing audience, we have set nights now that we broadcast. So it'll be Wednesday night and Saturday night for football, and auto racing is every Thursday night. So we try to get the owners, if possible, to play their games on Wednesday or Saturday if they want commentary with it. And if not, then it becomes a private stream, and then they kind of stream it themselves, so people can still watch. It just doesn't have the broadcast aspect to it.
And there are certain games that we put more emphasis on making sure get broadcast, such as if the Tornado Players Championship is on the line. Yes. Which is a week-to-week title. So as well as, at the end of the season after playoffs, you get the TPC championship title. There's also a week-to-week title that whoever holds the Tornado belt is defending it that week against whoever they're playing against. So if you're in the league, Nate, and you're playing against me and you're the current Tornado champion, whoever wins that game walks out with a Tornado championship that week and holds it until they lose, pretty much. So it adds a little bit of extra depth and a little bit of prestige to every week. There's a game where a title's on the line every single week, which is really fun. So we always try and broadcast those. And now, as of tomorrow, we're going to be heading into the playoffs. So we're going to be trying very hard to get as many playoff games broadcast as possible. So when there's a player versus player game, we usually try and broadcast it. Pretty much everything in the playoffs is going to be player versus player. So it's really, really exciting to be able to have the opportunity to broadcast those games, and for listeners to tune in and see what's going on because it's never dull. It's always really exciting games.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And we love being able to bring it to people. I mean, back in the early 2000s when I started running hockey leagues, that was our biggest deterrent from it, was the fact that you'd only get a text update when the score was over, or if you logged on to either PlayStation or Xbox, depending on what you were doing at the time, and you saw where your friends were online, it would say, Meader NHL 2004 second period 3-2. Be like, okay, so I can follow it that way, but it's not the same as being able to watch the game. And now we broadcast so many games from so many different sports, and yeah, it's great. The technology has finally caught up, and now we can do that. We can show games live to people from all over the world.
Very cool. I think we've been talking for a little bit here, so let's cut this episode into two, and next week we'll continue to talk about this and even more things here. So hey, you guys, definitely thank you for listening, and next time we need to talk.